Titanic 2 changed my life. It did. This movie is so bad that it is amazing in every single way possible. And what do I mean that by? Take, for example, watching seasons 4 and past of SpongeBob, but only taking like the best moments from it that are ironically good, like they're just somehow good, they're somehow memes, and just putting them all into one movie. That's Titanic 2. And that's what we're talking about today. The people that make these movies, they're called the Asylum. They make like 30 movies every year, and they're all bangers. They got Meth Gator, Avengers Grimm, so many great movies that I could just list off the top of my head. I mean, they deserve their own video. The Asylum, just go watch their movies. They're all on Tubi. But for this video, I'm going to be talking about Titanic 2 alone. So the story behind this, for me, like starting to watch the movie, is pretty interesting. So I want to tell it. I was on vacation with my mom and dad and my sister. My mom and sister hate the original Titanic. They hate it. And my dad loves the original Titanic. He loves it. So he always messes with my mom. And he saw this movie on like the TV, the smart TV. We were scrolling, we were looking for a movie, so we put it on. My mom was reading a book. She was trying to ignore the TV. But the movie was so bad that it was so funny that we were all laughing and crying about it that we still quote the movie till this day. That's how good it was. That's how good it is. And I suggest it to everybody. Please go watch it. It is a masterpiece. So let me get into it. So the movie starts out. And I haven't watched this movie in probably about a month. But I still remember almost every scene vividly. That's just how well the movie sticks with you. So it starts off, it's just the shot of this ocean, in the random ocean. Just this guy on an iceberg, surfing on it, randomly. It doesn't make sense. So anyway, he's just surfing on this iceberg. He's surfing, doing whatever, and then the iceberg collapses, and we assume he dies. He's never mentioned again. He has no relevance to the plot. It just opens with that. That's it. Just a huge wave from an iceberg killing this guy, we assume. But he was kind of calling for it because he was literally surfing in the middle of nowhere. It seemed like he had, like, it was an iceberg. He was literally surfing on an iceberg. Just like, it made no sense. It made no sense. You have to watch this movie. Anyway, beautiful scene to start it off. Like, a masterpiece. So we get to the next part, and we're kind of introduced to more of the main characters here. We're introduced to the dad, who's like the kind of like cop type deal. I think he's part of the Coast Guard. And basically his whole role in the movie, he just kind of flies around everywhere trying to figure out what to do. He basically accomplishes nothing, though. It's pretty hilarious, to be honest. But anyway, that's the main, he's one of the main characters. We see him a lot. But anyway, we go to the daughter now. And she's the main character. She's the person that's really like, we're focused on. Like, she's kind of the main person. And her nurse friend. And again, I'm terrible with names. I never remember names. But I remember this guy's name. Freaking Hayden. Hayden is basically this arrogant scumbag. He used to date this nurse. We're introduced to him quickly. He flies from a plane, a helicopter with 4 women. It makes no sense. It's hilarious though. And they're on the Titanic. And he quotes this. The greatest quote ever. A girl says, "Man, it's so big." And this quote lives in my head rent-free to this day. He says, "Airplanes are big, babe. This is monumental." How is that not peak cinema? That is amazing. How do you come up with that? That line had to have been crafted in the writing room for 10 days straight. They probably filmed 2 other movies while they were trying to figure out this one line. It is beautiful. It's beautiful. So anyway, after that, this is the little opening monologue. They finally set sail on the Titanic 2. Everything's going perfectly well. But then the dad, who's the dad of this nurse, who the nurse dated the rich guy Hayden, basically he goes to the iceberg, which we assume, which is nowhere, not really mentioned. I don't even remember. I don't think they mentioned the doctor's name. I think only like they shake her hand, and then there's this random guy with her who we assume is an assistant. This is really important, by the way. Anyway, they go. They're supposed to be on this iceberg, and like it's supposed to be freezing out, and she just has a parka on and like some jeans. It's supposed to be freezing out. It's supposed to be really cold, and then their base is just a couple of tents. And they're not even real tents. They CGI'd them in. It's horrible, but it's so good. So anyway, Then they have this office. It's just a bunch of paper stuck up on the wall. It's great. It's great. Every scene in this movie is perfect to perfection, and I can't critique it. I'm just explaining how good it is. So anyway, they go to this base finally, and that's all we really know. And so she explained, like, oh, this iceberg that we're standing on, it's going to break in any second. We don't know when it's going to break. It could collapse in a half a second. Like, they're just standing on this iceberg that they're talking about that's going to break, and they could just die on. Well, they have, like, 2 helicopters on it. But anyway, this random guy, they walk out. They're looking at the side, which is another beautiful shot, by the way. It looks so realistic. But this guy's collecting snow. And while he's collecting the snow, the iceberg starts to crack. So then the 2 people are running, the girl and the scientist and the dad to the nurse. They start running. They're going to the helicopter. And the one dude, for some reason, he slips and falls. He's just turning around. He's looking everywhere. And I kid you not, the way he falls, it's like he gets sucked up. Like there's a black hole under him. He just goes... It's hilarious. Oh, it's so good. The ice cracks under him and he just... Oh, it's so good. That's the best scene of all time. Search that scene up. Search up Titanic 2 guy falling through ice scene. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So anyway, we finally get to the plot point, the dramatic point. Basically, the iceberg is going to crack. It's going to make a huge wave, a tsunami wave, that's going to knock over the Titanic too. So then this happens. The Titanic cracks. It's falling. They go through all this stuff, and they're saving people. And then the nurse lady and the Hayden dude go down to save her friend, which she falls, and she basically has a cut right here, but she can't walk, apparently. But anyway, there's a cut on her shoulder right here. And they have no heels. Heels, jeez. They are literally in an infirmary. Like they are in like the nurse's room, and they can't find bandages, band-aids. They can't find shit for anything to help this girl out. They can't. They're literally in the nurse's room, and they have no supplies to help her out. So anyway, she's like, "Give me your credit card. Give me your credit card. Give me some tape. Give me some tape." So she patches up this huge cut on her shoulder with a credit card and 2 pieces of scotch tape. And then before, she couldn't even stand up because she was so much pain. But after this, she stands up, she's fine, she's ready to beat some ass. Like, that's how good she's feeling from this. It's so good, so funny, because it's so dumb, but it's peak cinema. How do you write that? How does somebody sit down and go, you know what? No. What if there was no bandages, so they had to use money? No, money wouldn't be strong enough. No, a credit card. We need a credit card, and then she'll be fine. They have to think on their feet. They don't know what to do. This is beautiful, guys. How do we come up with this stuff? Anyway, like I'm sitting there every time I watch that, I'm like, is my brain dead? Did somebody shoot me in the head 3 times? And then suck my brain out? There's no way that's actually happened. There's no way that she just gets up and starts walking after this. Anyway, basically after this, they go through this whole scene. They're just trying to escape because the Titanic keeps sinking, and they're just trying to figure out how to get out of it. And then a second tsunami wave comes through with even more icebergs, and it just hits into the side. Basically, all the lifeboats are dead. By the way, the lifeboats look so stupid, by the way. It's ridiculous how bad these lifeboats look. They look like little Hot Wheels submarine things. But anyway, we finally get to the point where they have this girl saved, and then they can't open this door. So Hayden's prying the door open like this, like with a crowbar or something. I don't really remember. He's just prying it open, and he finally gets it open. And so our main nurse lady, the main character, she slips through the door, and then her friend, it happens so weird. It's like a flip book frame almost. Like it's like flipping through like what's happening. I still don't understand what happens. But basically the gist of it is something happens with the crowbar. She falls and then dies like immediately. So the whole point of saving her was for nothing. she dies to this door that slams into her, and then he just steps over and he's like, "We gotta keep going. We got." And then she's never mentioned again. Like, not again. There's just so many other things going on in this little scene of them trying to escape. Then we get to this next part where the water's electrified somehow, so they have to like climb on this pole. So they're basically using the monkey bars to not hit the ground. That's what they're doing, and she can't do it. So he has to come and like grab her. It's so stupid. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. So then, this guy, there was this random guy in this random scene earlier in the movie when the first Titanic got hit. This is very important, by the way. And again, I know this sounds everywhere, but this is just the fucking movie. The movie's just like this. It's everywhere. It makes no sense. It's dumber than hell. This is just it. This is the whole entire plot point premise. You don't even understand what the hell is going on. This is just what's going on. They're just saying, hey, no. This is it. This is what's happening. You're going to like it. You're going to take it. And this is just what's happening. So anyway, we get to our next point. This guy who was like in one scene, he was literally in one scene. His part must have been cut out completely. He said he was going to the engine room to do something. Then we pan to him now. He's stuck in this room. And he's stuck in this room. He's dying. He's coughing up blood, apparently. And he's like, the Hayden guy's trying to save him. And then he dies. That was just so random. And then they finally, like, get to a point. They go to this room to get the scuba mask. Like, to get to the jet, like, where they can escape. It's like an oxygen thing. So, there's only one left. He's like, you take it. They'll come find me. I'll live, blah, 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 blah. So, basically, he drowns. They're drowning in this thing. Well, she's got the air thing on. And her dad somehow locates her in this humongous, like, this is like the Titanic. This is like a cruise ship. Somehow he's able just to get in there real quick, grab her, and then get out. They pull the Hayden guy out, and they had this. There's so much I'm skipping over, by the way. This movie there's so much going on. For example, what I'm skipping over right now is them like getting there, which shouldn't really be much. Like, again, the dad really hasn't been in this. They called the Coast Guard. They said send everybody. They sent one plane. They refuel the chopper, and then that thing dies to a wave. But somehow the helicopter gets over this humongous tsunami wave. But there's like actual like military grade helicopter, like chopper, like a plane, can't get over it. It makes no sense. But this cheap helicopter somehow does it. And then the driver of the helicopter, they're like getting off. They throw like the safety thing, like this blow up water thing. I don't really know what it is. They throw that in the water. They jump on it. But the guy in the helicopter, somehow it doesn't fall on their safety mat. It doesn't get close to him. But the guy flying it, the plane crashes. It falls out of gas and it blows up in the water. He was in the whole movie like a lot. Like Snipes. That's his name. I remember his name too. Snipes. His name's Snipes, and he was such a good character, and he just dies, and they don't even mention it. So anyway, we finally get to the next point, the end of the movie, basically. They drag Hayden out. They drag Hayden out of the water. They bring him back. They try to revive him. He dies. And I kid you not, the camera pans away. It shows some seagulls, some planes, some random shit. And then the movie ends. That was it. That was it. That was the whole movie. After we went through all that jackfoolery, bullshittery shit, the movie ends just abruptly, randomly, and we never hear from it again. So yeah, that is the worst, greatest movie I've ever seen. It was so beautifully written. And again, all of these movies are... But I have yet to see a movie better than Titanic 2. Its writing is so pure peak, and there's so much going on. I don't think anything will beat it. Again, I would definitely watch this movie. This movie encapsulates the Asylum perfectly in all their movies. They have like over 500 movies. A lot of them are on Tubi. So if you want to watch them, look at what they've made before. Just go to Tubi, I guess. It's pretty rough to watch, honestly. But Titanic 2 is beautiful in every single way. 10 out of 10 recommend. You know what they say. You know what they say. Airplanes are big. This is monumental. And as always, Have a great day.